Hello students. So I have discussed already the process of recombinant DNA technology to you and that different steps which are involved in recombinant technology. These are isolation of DNA, fragmentation of DNA by restriction enzyme, separation and isolation of desired DNA fragment, amplification of gene of interest using PCR, and ligation of the DNA fragments into a vector, and transferring the recombinant DNA into the host. So all these steps I have explained you in detail. Now the next step, in order to obtain the foreign gene product further, we need to culture the host cells in a nutrient medium at a large scale. So we are going to study this next step here. Here the obtaining the foreign gene product. So how can we obtain this foreign gene product? By culturing them in the nutrient medium at a large scale. So you know that the alien DNA bind with the cloning vector, and then it forms recombinant DNA, then transfer to the suitable host, which is bacteria, maybe plant or animal cell. Now this recombinant DNA which is present in this host cell, it expresses itself by producing the target protein under appropriate optimal conditions, and after cloning of this recombinant DNA to a particular number of copies. Now are that purpose to get the target protein by the expression of this recombinant DNA. So it is needed to be cultured at the large scale in order to produce that protein at the large scale. So in heterologous host, if protein encoding gene is expressed, then it is known as the recombinant protein. What is heterologous host? Here the gene or the gene fragment that does not naturally present in host and gene expresses itself. This is the recombinant DNA, and the host is known as the heterologous host. Cells which harbor cloned genes of interest, they are grown in laboratory in a small scale. So during experiments, we are growing these cells in the small scale. But culture of these dividing host cells, they are used to extract the desired protein and then purified by different separation techniques. So after doing it at the experimental level, when we are getting this recombinant protein in a small scale in the laboratory, we need to culture them at large scale in order to obtain this desired product at the large scale. So what shall we do? In large scales, their cells can be cultured in continuous culture system. So here the culture system which is used, this is continuous culture system. What happens in the continuous culture system? Because there are the two types of systems are there, that is batch fermentation and continuous culture. So in the continuous culture system, the used medium is drained out from one side and fresh medium added from other to maintain the cells in their physiologically most active log और exponential phase. So जहां पर इन सेल्स की ग्रोथ मैक्सिमम हो रही है वो होगी उसकी एक्टिव लॉग और एक्सपोनेंशियल फेज. सो ये होगी इसकी लॉग और एक्सपोनेंशियल फेज. This type of culture method produces a larger biomass leading to higher yield of desired protein. तो इस तरीके का जो कल्चर सिस्टम होता है जहां पे यूज्ड मीडियम को ड्रेन आउट करके एक साइड से उसको ड्रेन आउट किया जाता है और फ्रेश मीडियम जो है वो अदर साइड से उसमें ऐड करते हैं टू मेंटेन दिस मोस्ट एक्टिव फेज, जिसको कि हम एक्सपोनेंशियल फेज भी कहेंगे इन सेल्स की. सो इस टाइप के कल्चर सिस्टम से व्हाट वी कैन गेट द larger biomass leading to the higher yield of the desired protein. Now what is biomass? Biological material derived from living or recently living organism. So here to produce large quantities of these products, what is used? Bioreactors. So large amount में अगर हमें इन्हें produce करना है तो we are using the bioreactors, and they are employed means they are of like 100 to 1000 liter, this much of capacity these bioreactors they have, and this much large volume of the culture can be processed. मीन्स 100 से 1000 जो लीटर का जो वॉल्यूम है, इतने वॉल्यूम का कल्चर जो है हम इसमें ग्रो कर सकते हैं एट द ऑप्टिमल ग्रोथ कंडीशंस. सो what are the bioreactors? The vessels in which the raw materials like the recombinant organisms like microbial plant, animal, human cell and culture medium with ambient condition. Okay, so vessels in which these raw material they are placed and biological converted into the specific product like the protein and enzyme. सो ये बायोरिएक्टर्स वो वेसल्स होते हैं जिनमें ये रॉ मटेरियल जो है उसमें रखा जाता है, दे आर बायोलॉजिकल कन्वर्टेड इनटू द स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट्स, फॉर एग्जांपल इंडिविजुअल एंजाइम्स एंड ऑल दैट. सो अ बायोरिएक्टर प्रोवाइड्स द ऑप्टिमल कंडीशंस फॉर अचीविंग द डिजायर्ड प्रोडक्ट बाय प्रोवाइडिंग ऑप्टिमम ग्रोथ कंडीशंस. तो यहाँ पर बायोरिएक्टर्स में भी सारी ऑप्टिमम ग्रोथ कंडीशंस को रखा जाता है इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द हायर यील्ड. तो कौन सी कंडीशंस होंगी ये? ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर, पीएच, सबस्ट्रेट, सॉल्ट्स, विटामिन एंड ऑक्सीजन. So we'll see the structure of the bioreactor. So commonly used bioreactor are stirring type of bioreactors. Here the stirred tank reactor, which is being usually cylindrical with a curved base to facilitate mixing of the reactor content, and it is equipped with the that stirrer also in order to perform the mixing, even mixing and oxygen availability through the throughout the reactor. So the stirrer facilitates even mixing, oxygen availability throughout the bioreactor. Alternatively, air can be bubbled through the reactor. तो यहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन डिलीवरी सिस्टम भी होता है. तो जो सेल्स डेवलप हो रहे हैं they need oxygen to provide oxygen. There is oxygen delivery system. So this is working by producing bubble through the reactor. And the bioreactor has an agitator system also. So what is the role of this agitator system? That it actually mixes the content in a even manner. So a bioreactor has an agitator system, an oxygen delivery system, and a foam control system also, and a temperature control system, pH control system, and sampling port also. So these all are the features present in the bioreactors. Okay, and then further the product which we are getting here from the sampling port, means sampling port is the place from where we are withdrawing small volumes of culture periodically to check the progression. Means the culture which we are preparing, whether the growth is taking place properly in that culture or not, that we will check with the help of withdrawing a small volume from the sampling port. So this sampling port is the area in the these bioreactors from where we withdraw small volumes of the culture to check the progression. So these all are the parts of the bioreactor. So here you will see the simple stirred tank bioreactor and sparged stirred tank bioreactor through which the sterile air bubbles are sparged. So यहाँ पर जो है एयर बबल्स को पूरी तरीके से स्प्रिंकल कर दिया जाता है ताकि ऑक्सीजन की अवेलेबिलिटी बनी रहे. एंड ऑल दीज आर द means systems like the acid base for pH control, then the foam breaker, अगर foam बन रहा है तो उसको भी break किया जाता है. Then here culture broth is placed, then flat bladed impeller, that is steam for sterilization, then sterile air, it enters from here. In the second one, here the sparge distilled tank bioreactor, here the increased surface area for oxygen transfer. So here oxygen is transferred, gas entrainment, then bubbles dramatically increase the oxygen transfer एरिया। तो यहाँ पर जो मेथड यूज किया जाता है उसके थ्रू जो है एयर जो है वो बबल फॉर्म में इसमें एंटर होती है एंड देन इंक्रीजेस द अमाउंट ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन in this reactor. So these are reactors. Now next we will come to the downstream processing. So what is downstream processing? Downstream processing refers to the recovery and the purification of biosynthetic products. मतलब उन products को recover करना फिर उनको pure करना, particularly pharmaceuticals from natural sources such as animal or plant tissue or fermentation broth. तो जहां भी कल्चर में ये प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं उन प्रोडक्ट्स को रिकवर करके उनको प्योरीफाई करना, ये होती डाउन स्ट्रीम प्रोसेसिंग. सो आफ्टर कंप्लीशन of biosynthetic stage, the product has to be subjected through a series of processes before it is ready for the marketing as a finished product. So इसको finished product बनाने के लिए पूरी process होती है and these downstream processes include separation and the purification of the desired product. So एक series of process है जिसके अंदर हम finished product जो है वो at last लेते हैं. Now, this process includes separation and purification of the biological products. Products are formulated with suitable preservatives also and then should undergo thorough clinical trials. Like suppose drugs, suppose they are produced, तो उनके clinical trials हों और after the satisfactory result, they are further sent for the for the patient here in the that market, okay, for the sale. Now, strict quality control testing is also required for the final biological product. तो यहाँ पर quality control जो है वो काफी strict होता है in order to send it in the market before we send it into the market. So a whole range of biochemical separation and purification technique is available, such as drying, chromatography, solvent extraction, and distillation. As an indication of the importance of downstream processing, it involves over 90% of the 200 staff employed by Eli Lilly in their human insulin plant. So after purification, the product has to be formulated with suitable preservative. Such formulation has to undergo through clinical trials and strict quality control is there. And the downstream processing and quality control testing vary from product to product. So these are the processes followed here. So let me have that summarized that picture about this recombinant DNA technology which we have studied through the process. So different steps are there. The first one, we are selecting the vector here. So isolation of the plasmid DNA and the DNA containing the gene of interest. So plasmid DNA, that is the vector, and the desired, the alien, the source DNA which is containing gene of interest. So first they are isolated, first step. Then the gene inserted into the plasmid. तो जो desired gene है, gene of interest है, उसको insert किया जाता है plasmid में, and then we are getting the recombinant DNA. This is the recombinant DNA. Now further the plasmid put into the bacterial cell. तो gene of interest हमने किसी पर्टिकुलर सेल से जिसमें जिसके लिए हमें वर्क करना है वहां से हमने जीन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट जो है वो निकाला. यहाँ से हमने बैक्टीरियम से आइसोलेट किया प्लाज्मिड. आइसोलेशन के बाद इट इज कट विद द हेल्प ऑफ रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम एंड देन दिस जीन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट is inserted into the plasmid in order to get the recombinant DNA. Then recombinant DNA is inserted into the bacterium. This bacterium will be the recombinant bacterium. Then the cells cloned with the gene of interest. So multiplication होगा bacterium में, we will get the copies of the gene. Then the identification of the desired clone. Okay, and then after the various applications, maybe this, if suppose the protein is produced, that protein, further the basic research on the protein is done. That protein may be the hormone, suppose the human growth hormone which is needed to treat the stunted growth. Okay, there may be the protein which dissolves the blood clots in heart attack therapy. Okay, these are various applications. Some copies of gene here, then basic research hogi gene ki. It may be gene for the pest resistant inserted into the plants, maybe the genes used to alter bacteria for cleaning up the toxic waste. So these all are the applications. So children, we are going to study the applications of biotechnology in the next part. So study it through your book also, and prepare the notes of this chapter.